What the hell am I gonna watch at TIFF 2024? Did you know that they have over like 250 movies at TIFF 2024? That's way too many. It is physically impossible to watch every single film programmed at the Toronto International Film Festival this year, which is kind of just a thing that they do. They always do that. So what we're gonna do right now is go through not all of the films here, but like a good amount of the films here. And I am going to figure out the 20 films that I am going to see at TIFF. And hopefully throughout this process, you can figure out some films that you want to see and even maybe that you're excited about. This is how I'm going to do this. It's exactly the same as the way I did it last year with one little amendment. So we're going to get 20 films. The discoveries and the no-brainers. The discoveries need to meet a certain amount of criteria. This is my way of forcing myself to watch some films that I may not have otherwise seen. And I want to do this because I'm always down for seeing new, incredible films that come out of nowhere and blow me away. Let's start figuring this out. And I already have some of this preloaded because I did a little bit of research today before I came on the stream. We're going to start with Wavelengths because there's two specific films in Wavelengths that I want to see, and I'm going to tell you why. One of them is called The Damned, and this is a film that won, I believe, one of the big awards at the Cannes International Film Festival. I always try to see some of the big award winners from Cannes every year at TIFF. That's one of the things that TIFF is really good at. It basically hoovers up all of the award winners from Cannes and just spits them back out. And then the other Wavelengths film that we're going to be doing is Grand Tour, which is another one. It's another film that won a prize at Cannes. Yes, it won the Best Director prize at Cannes. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know a single other thing. Do I care about this man holding a pineapple in the rain? No. So that one's done. Hooray. So now we need to do directed by a woman, Canadian, African, and Latin American. This is probably going to be a little tricky, mostly because TIFF's website is dumb. Let me show you. Here is TIFF's own website. These are all of the films playing at the Toronto International Film Festival this year, including like some other events that are in there as well. There are dozens of Canadian films. Let's see what happens when we sort for Canadian films. It appears that there are only 2 films here that are Canadian, including one that isn't even Canadian. That's kind of weird. TIFF, fix your website. So we're going to have to do the Canadian thing the old-fashioned way, although from what I can tell, the sorting by directed by women is fine. It's not broken. So maybe we should start with that because 5 of these films need to be directed by women in the first place. So all of these are directed by women, and we do want to make sure, at least I want to make sure, that I'm not seeing films that I know I'm going to be able to see very, very, very easily. Like Baby Girl, this Nicole Kidman film. That's going to be coming to theaters. But then I also want to make sure that I'm seeing stuff that I'm kind of interested in. And we're really just going to be basing a lot of that off of the pictures. Bonjour, Trieste? Triste ici? Ouais? All right, let's keep that as one of the ones. Normally, I would definitely put like a Matty Diop film in here, but I have checked out this film. I haven't seen it, but unfortunately, it's only like 68 minutes long, and I'm just not going to throw down $30 to see a movie that's barely 1 hour long. Like, I don't care how good it is. That's just kind of nuts. Linda from Discovery, what's up with you? You're from Argentina, so that potentially could be Latin American. Self-assured, mysterious, and captivating, Linda agrees to work at an affluent home in Buenos Aires. Her charm sparks strong sexual attraction among all members of the family, exposing how fragile their external happy veneer really is. Ooh, that sounds right up my alley. All right, we're going to keep that one as a possibility for sure. On Falling, this was one that I was kind of interested in. Because like the first image I saw, I thought maybe this woman was working in an archive, but I don't think that's actually true. We're really just going off of vibes here, everyone. We're just going off of vibes. Ooh, what is this Shepherds movie? Is it a French-Canadian film? Oh, hell yeah. Yo, Quebecois cinema is so much better than English Canadian cinema, so when I start picking out some of these Canadian ones, you better believe they're going to be French. The assessment. Set in a future world destroyed by climate change, a couple must pass an assessment before they are allowed to have a child in this sci-fi thriller starring Alicia Vikander and Elizabeth Olsen. Excuse me? Pardon? Ooh, yeah. Hold on, the assessment? Yeah, no, I'm putting that into the no-brainers. The substance, I mean, fuck, I'm just gonna put that in my no-brainers right now. I gotta see that one as soon as possible. Like, I'm making a distinction between the films that are so obviously going to be released soon and the films that I cannot literally wait to see. And The Substance is one of them. You Are Not Alone, yeah. In Montreal, 20-something Leo delivers pizza and gets drunk, and that's pretty much it. He's alone and he's sad and doing nothing about it. Until he meets Rita, a sweet-natured musician who thinks he might be a keeper. The thing is, Leo is already taken. He's just been targeted by an alien who preys on Montreal's lonely and alienated men and doesn't care if Leo's luck has turned. Yup. It mentions it down here, but it's basically like Under the Skin mixed with Punch Drunk Love, and yeah, we're doing that one. So that one is directed by a woman, and it is Canadian. Boom. Easy. This one, also Canadian. It's The Sun-Soaked. It's The Sun-Soaked that gets me, because if this has some grain in it, and there are people basking in the sun, I know I'm going to love the visual aesthetic of it. This also sounded good. Oh yeah, this one sounded good, and it's Argentinian, so it would be a Latin American film as well. So we're going to do that one. Linda. Directed by a woman. Latin American. See? We're killing it. We're killing it out here. So we'll keep Bonjour Trieste and Shepherds as possibilities. So let's do this one then. Because I think I would prefer to see this one over Shepherds. So this guy, Rodrigo Prieto, it's his first feature film, but he's like the cinematographer for Martin Scorsese. So he was like the cinematographer on Killers of the Flower Moon, and this is his first film. So yeah, we're going to do that one. Freedom Way, this was going to be one of the ones. This one sounds kind of cool. A startup faces unfavorable government laws and police harassment, causing a ripple effect in the lives of 9 individuals, setting them on a collision course. Sounds like an interesting thriller from Nigeria, one of the largest film-producing nations in Africa, so kind of curious to check that out. I think with the African ones, I honestly don't think I can fulfill this, just based on what's here. Like, I'm not seeing the Mehdi Diop film. A lot of these other ones are not actually from Africa. Yeah, I think I may just have to change this to be one of one. We still need to get one more directed by a woman, which means... Okay, here we go. This is where it all starts to make sense. Yes, Latin American cultures, all gonna work. It's all gonna work. I also saw this, Kill the Jockey, Luis Ortega. Why does that name sound familiar to me? Boasting a truly memorable couple with an already essential filmography, Argentinian auteur Luis Ortega returns to the festival with Kill the Jockey, a heartfelt and wholly unforgettable thriller. I mean, I do like a thriller. You know what? That sounds good to me. Kill the Jockey. And now we just need another film directed by a woman that's from the rest of the world. That'll be super easy. There were a bunch of them that I had to skip over. Sunshine. Which actually, I think it's going to end up being Sunshine. Yeah, let's do Sunshine. We did it, everybody. So now we're going to try to go through the no-brainers as quickly as possible. Yes, this movie. A Night of Knowing Nothing. Oh, that movie's so good. A Night of Knowing Nothing. Yeah, this could be sick, actually. Yeah, all right. Do that. So now we have some other films that I've already shortlisted. These are kind of like the no-duh ones for me. For example, Cloud by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. This is the director of Cure and Pulse. And they've got a new movie coming to TIFF. And I'm gonna go see it. We're gonna do a couple of films for Midnight Madness now as well. I'm not super into the Midnight Madness programming anymore, but it still does seem to have a couple of interesting films that I do want to check out. The Substance, which we have already talked about, the Demi Moore film, that is part of Midnight Madness. And then there's this film, which is about like a Japanese punk band. I've seen the trailer for it and it looks right up my goddamn alley. And then the other Midnight Madness film that I think is a surefire winner, The Shadow Strays. This is from the director of The Night Comes For Us, I believe. Yeah, so that's like that super violent film you saw on Netflix like 6 years ago. I think this is going to be a bloody film, a violent film, a depraved film. Like, look at these guys in their masks. Like, this movie's gonna fuck you up. This also won something at Cannes. It won the special jury prize at Cannes. So we're gonna do that. Emilia Paris, fuck, maybe I will just add this in. But it's gonna be really hard to see. Oh, it's got so many screenings. All right, fuck it, we'll just do that. The Girl with the Needle. True crime drama, an expressionist nightmare, a young seamstress trying to survive in post-World War I Copenhagen makes a fateful connection with one of the era's most infamous figures. Yeah, that sounds sick. I love all of those words. Heretic? No, that's coming to theaters. That's that new Hugh Grant movie. I, the Executioner is like a Korean action film that looks kind of okay, but it's also the sequel to a film I haven't seen, so nah. Queer? Yeah, look at how many likes that already has. There's no goddamn way I'm getting in to see this movie. Although, maybe? Shit, you know what? I think I'm gonna go for it. Okay, I think that's a pretty good list. I may end up changing this a bit. Oh, by the stream, Dory, you're right. I knew I forgot about something. Yeah, that's gotta be a definitely. Oh, I don't want to move any of these. Probably All We Imagine Is Light. Oh no, this is a film that I definitely wanted to see. This is a Vietnamese film. Homemaker and breadwinner Tam learns through live TV that her husband is having an affair. She's determined to turn her situation around, but instead of confronting him, she's certain mystical means are the answer. I like this, and I've wanted to see more like Vietnamese stuff in a while. Like, they have a pretty healthy entertainment industry for the most part. I'm gonna put that there. Oh, where was that one that I saw the trailer for that looks sick? Oh, it's probably a short film, isn't it? Vox Humana. What's up with that? Ah, it is part of shorts. Yo, guys, check out the trailer for this. It looks real cool. So I think that's it. I think we've looked at every single film possible, and now we have these films. The Damned Grand Tour, You Are Not Alone, Linda, Paying for It, Bonjour Trieste, Pedro, Paroma, Freedom Way, Kill the Jockey, and Sunshine. Wait a minute, you know what I'm gonna do? The Village Next to Paradise. Yeah, that's just gonna go in place of Freedom Way. This seems like it's more of a surefire hit. And the no-brainers are The Assessment, The Substance, By the Stream, Cloud, The Gesudozu, The Shadow Strays, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, Amelia Perez, The Girl with the Needle, and Queer. That's it. Those are the things. Those are all the films that I'm going to try to go to see at TIFF. So all I have to do now is schedule it and then make sure I get all of the tickets for those films in the exact times that I schedule them for, which will definitely not be hard because getting tickets at TIFF is always very easy. Good luck to us all. And don't forget to comment down below what movies you're interested in seeing. And then it cuts out.